Yeah. Yeah, and it's so real what you're saying about the gap. I remember I was even having a conversation with my therapist about it when I was getting over that hurdle personally, and she's just like, in the environments that we kind of come from, being smart in a way can sort of be a disadvantage to a certain point in your life, because like when you think about it, it's just like you're used, these things are easy, things come easy, so you're not used to being challenged and pushed out your comfort zone, forced to ask questions and things like that.
Yep.
So then when you come into a scenario where things are a little more difficult and you have to struggle a little bit more, now you don't really know what to do. Now it's different. Now you on a whole nother level and you gotta like, you know, overcompensate, or you kind of get faced with the like, oh shit, the identity crisis of like,
Yep.
okay, what is it that I'm gonna do?
Yep.
So like, how do you think that we fill the gaps in something like that? It's something that I think about a lot, where it's just like, I feel like to a certain extent, like kids are kind of like at a disadvantage when they put in situations like that. Because like even us, like you already said it earlier in the podcast, it's just like they isolate. It's like, okay, y'all are the smart ones, so we're gonna put all of y'all together, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Or if you don't get pulled out, it's like you the smart kid in class and you just sitting there with nothing to do, because the disparities inside one classroom are so major. It's just like the teachers be like, oh, y'all good, y'all got this, like y'all got it, I gotta go focus on these ones with like C's and D's and like F's, like I gotta put my energy and attention over here. And then you got somebody starting to fight in the back and whatever, and we just sitting here like, so what chapter we supposed to read? Like, why we reading out loud? Like
Right.
how do you feel about stuff like that?
Um, I feel like honestly a lot of that it takes the work. Whether that's with programs with the school, programs, professional development programs, maybe parents being a little bit more adamant. Um,
Whew.
it takes it takes the work and it's not gonna happen overnight. Um, but yeah, I feel like there has to be infrastructure for that.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why it's not something that's explored too much is there's not a lot of the infrastructure isn't really um a lot of things that create infrastructure or the foundations of a project always come from some type of research, some type of somebody having an idea about something working out,
Right.
or something that's funded, whatever the case may be. But either way it goes, um it has to be something that proves to be value driven in order for it to be one accepted on the back end by students, teachers, parents alike, and then two maintained.
Yeah.
So um I truly feel like we just got to build the infrastructure for it. More professional development programs or more robust college readiness programs.
Yeah.
Either one. I feel like it's the difference between the education always, no matter what school you're going to go to. And that's not going to change until we probably change a lot of our tax reform and education system. But until we
Mm.
do that, until we do that, we can, yeah, as a community, we can invest outside and into ourselves
Yeah,
by
that's true.
creating more professional development programs, and college readiness or college prep. That's what I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Yeah. Cause like even when we were in college prep things when we were in, like high school, middle school, stuff like that. Like they had them available, but even to a certain extent, it was only like a small glimpse into how hard it would be. Did you have to go to that 3-week program before we started college?
No, I didn't do that.
Oh girl.
Yeah.
Oh girl. Oh girl. It's called hit the ground running, but in
Yeah.
reality it should be called hit the wall. Because but it was a great program, because it was designed for us. Like we had to do it because we were in the diversity program. We had the diversity scholarship.
Mhm.
And it's almost like they already knew. It's just like where y'all coming from, it's a high probability that y'all are coming from a disadvantage. So we want to introduce you to what it's going to be like before you come up in here thinking that your old ways of operating are
Right.
gonna work. Cause they not. Like, cause they not. 9 times out of 10. And I remember like most of us in that like second week of just having like D's, and we ain't had D's in our life. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like,
Yeah.
yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Math class done been pushed back and shit. Like, hold on, wait, cuz hold on, wait. Like
Ain't starting where you thought you was gonna start.
at
Now you
all.
contemplating how long you really gonna be in college.
Right. I went from a 4-year plan to a 5-year plan real quick. Like
Yep.
real quick. And it's just like, but they was really onto something, because it was just like, you think that college is gonna be one thing. You know what I'm saying? When you come out of high school, at least from
Right.
where I came from, or the types of schools that I came from, like I ain't have to work that hard. And I took college prep classes too. And you know what I'm saying? Like the only the only college prep teacher that gave me a hard time was English, and I think she was a hater. But like, you know what I'm saying? But otherwise, it was just like, oh, fill out this packet. Like, fill out this packet, or you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't get this calculus anyway, so like, let's just call it even, and y'all gonna have to start over when y'all go to college anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it's like that, and it's just like, once you actually go to college, and it's just like, oh, like I don't even know how to study. Like, I don't know how to study. I don't know what time management is. I used to be able to do my homework in an hour.
Yep.
Like, and you want me to be able to read this chapter, fully interpret it by tomorrow, and then be able to ask you questions about it? Like, you not telling me what this is? Like, oh,
Exactly.
I'm already supposed to know what's going on before I get here? Huh? Like, what? I don't understand these concepts. Like, I don't get it. Somebody, what? Help me.
Yeah, and that's why I said, at least with the programs that we already have in place, we could make them more robust. Like maybe get more motivated people in places, um, tailoring the programs, partnering with industry or having sponsorships. Like, hey, if you're in this program, you can take a tour with like Anheuser-Busch and see how their facilitations work. Like, excuse me, their facilities work. So it's like, just more robustness in the programs.
Yeah, more effort. Yeah,
But more of the college prep and readiness.
definitely, definitely. Definitely, because it makes a difference at the end of the day. Like, these things matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not good to have that identity crisis, and I think, and like some people fall off that don't necessarily have to. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, yeah, we can struggle through it, but it's just like being able to know, because like sometimes like the resources are even there, you just don't know that they there either, because we not even used to having like resources to utilize. At least I wasn't. It's just like all the resources was there, but I don't even know where to begin to look for them, ask for them, or how to use them.
Right.